good afternoon and welcome here to Páirc Uí Chaoimh for this first round in the Cork Junior Championship between Castlelyons from East Cork and from the southwest Courcey Rovers. We're just looking down there in goals. Aidan Barry, who got man of the match in the East Cork Championship. And well, will he have to do the same performance today to keep Castlelyons in this? They will be a little bit under pressure, I know. We'll give a run down their team as we have it here. In goals, Aidan Barry. Right corner back, number 2, Ger McCarthy. Anthony O'Regan, full, and Ned Kearney. The half-back line, Donald Sheehan, who's in and replaces Declan Spillane. Declan is injured. Mick Spillane is centre again, and William O'Riordan. Two midfielders did very well in East Cork, Paul Cashman and Sean Cotter. Peter Randalls, on the program Peter Randalls, but it's Peter Randalls who went off injured in the East Cork final. Con Murphy and Padraig O'Brien, the captain. Barry Fitzgerald, top of the right. John Quirk, that big strong man and full forward, and Sylvester McAuliffe. The subs are Mark Flynn, Gerard O'Regan, Brian Cotter, Declan Spillane, Shane O'Neill, William McAuliffe, Joe Hartman and Pat Sweeney. And that's the line out of the Castlelyons team. We take a quick look down here underneath us on our left. We have the Courcey Rovers lining up for their pitcher. Now Courcey Rovers, of course, used to, we say, their club are used to coming into county finals. It was 74 since they were here last, or 73 it was actually. But they've won their East Division up to the 70s, from the 50s and 70s quite often, and this is their first year since 1974. Their team are Michael Cahalane, John O'Donoghue, DJ O'Reilly fullback and Ger Donovan left corner. Willie Sweetman right half, Donald Quinn the centre, Dennis Hunley the left half. Dennis Toomey wearing 8 and Charlie White wearing 9 centre field. Brian Downing, on the programme it's Downey, but it's Brian Downing, I was informed by the PRO, I can't remember the lady's name now. Seamus Toomey centre half and Donald Crowley left half forward. Top of the right, Ger Sweetman. Donny Ninan, a great name over the years, I remember involved in Hulling J down around that area. And Christy Cochran. Their substitutes are Diarmuid Cochran, Jamie Hayes, Michael Roach, John Roach, Kevin Hannon, Lawrence Donovan, Larry Austin and John Murphy. The sub-goalie is Anto Hegarty. The referee for this game is Judd Harrington from Castlelyons, the man I meet quite regularly in the Ski in the Skull. So, well, it doesn't look like Ger out there to me. Oh no, it's Eddie Murphy of Bishopstown, that's right. Eddie, I know Eddie as well, we met Eddie quite often. But Eddie Murphy, Ger is doing this, the semi-final in the game after this. And Eddie Murphy from Bishopstown, the referee. Well, in the picture here we see Donny Collin, the man from Lismore, but who he says he comes from Castlelyons originally. The trainer and coach this year with Castlelyons, and a proud moment it must have been for him to bring this team to this far in the championship. Who would have believed in East Cork in the start of this year? Well done, Dory. A good luck to you and your team this afternoon as well. Here now we have that very tall, strong man, John Quirk, the man originally from Ballyduff, County Waterford, driving now the big tankers, probably putting him around, I'd say, for training out in Castlelyons. And with him is Mick Spillane, a real strong player indeed in both hurling and football, a very devoted servant he is to Castlelyons. Number 4 there, Ned Kearney, also. Ned in the first few minutes in the East Cork, he might have been caught a little bit by Mark Landers, but after a few minutes the old experience came and Ned was well able to read it. Just in his right man, just put on the helmet there you saw, Anthony O'Regan, I said the veteran, but well, Anthony really is no veteran. Anthony is full-hearted and quite a young man. No point in having a bit of a laugh. Anthony, keep the game going. Good luck to Castlelyons this afternoon. Of course, the Rovers in the huddle. The modern thing, they're watching a lot of television, of course, nowadays, sports and Eurosport and Sky Sport. We see all this thing happening in other games, so we get together and do the same thing. They do it all the time in rugby. But there's Courcey Rovers, and I believe their trainer is John O'Brien. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about Courcey Rovers. The only one I used to know from way back long ago was Tygo Manny. Their trainer, John O'Brien, who was involved back in 73, I think, something like that, when, or 1970, when Courcey Rovers got to a county final. So he's hoping that he'll be bringing them. Looking at the way the teams are lining out, it looks like as if Barry, the Castlelyons goalkeeper, is heading into the left, and they're going playing from the city end. And as usual here in the park, the wind is blowing from the city end down in the rock end. Down inside the goals in the black rock end. Out of the picture now because we're watching the centre field. John Quirk getting the field of the goals. Anyway, Eddie Murphy is outside waiting to get this game underway. William Reardon seems to have switched wings with Donald Sheehan. Donald came on, got very important, and the game is on, and here we are, the first round of the county championship. Twice here before, Courcey Rovers. Never here before, well, once I suppose, but never in Páirc Uí Chaoimh as far as I know played, were Castlelyons. Ball breaks in. comes out towards Mixpellan, gets a little touch of it, back out, and Courcey Rovers numbers very hard, but this is number 8, Dennis Toomey. Dennis Toomey way in towards the corner, Ned Carney watching it going. He's been followed by the corner forward, who seems to be going very slow, but Ned has it up, it didn't go wide. Ned breaking out defence, plenty space here in the park for them, plenty room, breaks out, batted down by the number 11, Seamus Toomey for Courceys. Up in the hands of the number 10, that's Brian Downing. Courcey's putting on all attack in the moment with Seamus Toomey. Seamus a bit harassed, but the ball goes in. James one side, pulled on, breaks across the square, coming across his jar. McCarthy, I think, it's not, it's William O'Riordan. And William O'Riordan clears it out. Peter Randalls. Peter, very good player. Got a great score also on these Cork, but he's under pressure this time from number 7, Dennis Hurley. Dennis Hurley up in his hand. This one is lofting in. It's a dangerous ball in on the square. The foot puts his hand up. It's got into the hands of, it's the corner forward. Anthony Barry, Hayden Barry. The same thing as at the start against Keller. Eddie Murphy has to go in. Same thing, well caught that time by the number 13, Just Sweetman. Gerald, I said, might have seems to be running a bit slow. There's an injury to Ned Carney down there at the moment. You can see Ned inside, Aidan Barry is inside with him, and also Anthony O'Regan. But Ned is fine, Ned is a tough player. But corner forward got up well and really controlled that one very well. But Aidan Barry, as brave as ever, starting off the same way. The back's under pressure and the ball is in. William Reardon can't get it. It's picked up by Seamus Toomey. There's a Hurley broken from one of them, and the opening score, it's William Reardon's Hurley who's broken. He's going across to get a chance on the far side. But the opening score, with just a minute and a half gone, I'm not sure who got the score. For Courcey Rovers. So Courcey Rovers taking the lead against the wind. Not a great wind here today, just a slight breeze really. It's not one might make any great difference to this game. Ball bounced down to John Quirk, couldn't get the hand to it. Picked up by the centre back Donald Quinn. Donald Quinn in again to number 12. They're moving quite well at the moment. This is Donald Crowley. He's under pressure. Ned Carney at the time breaks away from Just Whedon. Anthony Regan gets a touch out of it. Passes through Mixpellan. Comes out to Peter Randall. Doubles on it but doesn't get to it. And now it's Dennis Hurley. Back again to Peter Randall. Peter won that very well. With the wind he could drive this over there. Oh, he decides to pass it. Didn't go very well, but it comes to Con Murphy. Con Murphy now with it. Con turning, trying to pass it inside as far as Barry Fitzgerald. Barry got some lovely scores in the game opening, but this one is half locked down and it goes out to the right and it goes wide. But a good attacking movement, the first one from Castlelyons. This game starting off quite well. It could be a good game, a good entertaining game for us up here. Páirc Uí on this September day. What date is it? I forgot. It's the 26th of September. And not many good dates have we got this year, but this is one of them. We had a good day for these Cork as well. Got away once more by Seamus Toomey. Close ball going in, but Anthony Regan reads it well, comes out to it. The ball seems to be sticking a little bit in the ground somewhere or other, not getting well, but Anthony clears that very well in the ground. Out again to Con Murphy. Con winning it very well. Loses out his hand, gets a little kick to it. Over towards, that's Padraig the captain. He's made his first touch of the ball. It comes in, the full-back now coming out to DJ O'Reilly. He's been followed out there by Barry, and it comes out towards William O'Riordan. William O'Riordan, William going back, flicks it. The ball has got away from him a little bit. It comes out to him once more. A little touch in there by Christy Cochran for Courceys. And this is back out to the number 12, Donald Crowley. Donald Crowley from Courceys. He hits it in as far as Just Sweetman. All got his hand that one again. But Ned read it very well. And again, more attacking with Dennis Toomey. Dennis Toomey gets a shoulder. Play on, says it, but he's still running, got to pass out. And this ball is flicked high and flicked over the bar. Courcey's taking the shots and Courcey's getting the score. And that was scored by the number 8, I think. And that's Dennis Toomey. And we have 4 minutes gone. Out once more. Flicked on by Con Murphy. This stage, Paul Cashman and Sean Cotter not really getting in midfield. They've been beaten midfield. But a chance here once more. This is a chance for them now. Sean it goes in towards John Quirk. In towards Sylvester. Sylvester Paul pulls in it, but it got cleared out by the cornerback. Jared Donovan. Oh, once more now. This once more is Paul Cashman. Paul Cashman puts out the right and wide. 2 attacks for Courcey Rovers, 2 points. 2 attacks for Castlelyons, 2 wides. This could be costly for them, but I said the wind really is not making a great difference to the game. But it's a good, fast, open game. Plenty of space down there for the 30 players. Puck out by Michael Cahalan, a good West Cork name, or Southwest, I suppose you wish to call it. Whipped away that time. Back into William O'Riordan. Willem under a bit of pressure. Hard pulling, tough pulling. This goes all fast to number 9, Charlie White. They are winning it in midfield at the moment. Comes out and this is another chance for the right half forward, but this time it goes wide. That's the number 10, Brian Downing. Brian Downing couldn't get it. William Reardon after breaking his second hurley in this match. So the game is tough and hard. course, Courcey Rovers, always known as a good, strong, tough team. And I remember earlier this year we filmed Ballinspittle School involved in Ballinspittle and Ballinadere, of course, out of the Courcey area, in the Ski and the Skull here, and they had a great game of hurling in that. Got away by that centre-back, Jordan Quinn. At the moment, they are that little bit on top. Breaks into the centre. The forwards look quite dangerous as well. A little flick, just enough to get it away that time by Ger McCarthy. Or isn't, I'm not sure it is actually. It is the number 5. That's Dolan Sheehan. On the ground. Chance here. A little pass back. They're moving well together, as unit as well, Courcey Rovers. But Mick Spillane, yes, he overplayed the ball. Mick Spillane came from that time with Ger Mac, and it's a free out to be taken by Aidan Barry. I said, I'm enjoying this game. There's the Aidan. As I said, man of the match in these Cork. Started very well also in this game. So Courceys probably realising that he's a good keeper. And again, well caught him once more by Charlie White. And Charlie White being followed now by Paul Cashman. He gets his shot in. Dangerous looking ball, dropping right in around the square again. Little touch to it. Oh, it's gone in! Into the back of the net, and Courcey is getting the start they wanted in this game. The full forward, I think, who got that one, that's Donny Nynan. It is Donny Nynan who got that, so it's now 1-2, and we have just 6.5 minutes gone. So Castlelyons not getting the start they got in these Cork. Difference, Castlelyons have won 2 East Cork championships in the A grade. Courcey Rovers have won 14 in Southwest. So the club, Castlelyons I suppose, came here really doing well. Actually the last time that Courcey Rovers, I think it was in 73, met an East Cork team, it was Killer, and they beat them in the first round. Whip it on, Peter Rance can't get to it. A bit touch over there from Dennis Hawley. Now Peter getting first to it. Pulling on it back in the cross, but there's no one here for this man. He's got it up again and clearing once more. They're just not knocking up the moment. They seem to be a bit nervous, maybe being here in the pair. Out to Mick Spillane. Mick couldn't get it. Comes to, this is Willem. Willem O'Riordan now going through. Willem playing very well indeed. Going to be hooped, but he is not. Oh, lovely ball in. Can John Quirk get touch to this? Can Sylvester get touch to it? No good. Doesn't count. Doesn't count. Doesn't count. Sylvester was inside before the ball. John Quirk was just outside, but Sylvester, unfortunately, the ball hung very slow, very low in the air, and Sylvester inside the square, and it's a free out. But it shows that maybe they can get them. A goal now will do a lot for their confidence and bring them back into the game. The goalkeeper, Michael Callahan. Michael Callahan's shot breaking down on the middle field. Batted away over there once more by Castlelyons players. Mick Spillane going after it. Mick Spillane being followed by Seamus Toomey. Mick's shot goes way down the wing. Little touch on over there by the number 12, Patrick O'Brien. Patrick really not in the game so far. And they need him to come into it as well. Cross into the centre of the field. Racing out to now it's the number 12, Donald Crowley. Donald Crowley getting away from Willem O'Riordan this time. And Willem O'Riordan after him. He gets a lovely score. Really took it very well, picked it up quickly, moving away, and just shortening his hurley enough, couldn't be hooked, flicks it over the bar. It's 8.5 minutes. And as far as I know, of the 4 they've got so far, 4 different scorers for the Courcey Road. Ken Castlelyons, one products, a great puck up by Aidan. But they're playing with the breeze. It's getting up in the. This is Paul, out to Patrick O'Brien. Patrick not doing any great run, out to Con Murphy. Con decides to let it go. Can Sylvester get to it? None of them get to it, the ball goes wide. They're running, not doing what they do. Talking to some of their mentors and that they mightn't have had the best preparation. There was some of the players that were away in Lanzarote and places like that. They've only came back for the game, and naturally that would be a bit of fatigue. And other players have been away at different times, and the preparation for this wasn't as good. They might have liked it, but they're not doing the simple things they were doing against Killer. Maybe it's hard to walk up that sort of enthusiasm twice. This is back with the number 8 again, Dennis Toomey. Midfield, they're winning it very well at the moment. Ned Kearney getting a bit of push, but still wins it. Out there trying to get to know it's pushed in the back that time, but the referee said no, carry on, Dolan Sheehan. I find it very hard to recognise Dolan back there on the background, so used to seeing him playing more up around the forward line. Breaks into the middle. Again, once more, here they're coming again, but Mick Spillane read that very well. Moves out to his left, a low shot in, it's going out towards Aidan Barry. Aidan Barry watching it all the way and going out and going wide. So once more, a puck out to Aidan Barry. Aidan going way behind, he wants to get this one well out. Eddie Murphy says come on, and he really would. They have whatever bit of breeze is there, and the flag of course stays flying at half mast as a memory to Mick Langdon and Kid Cronin. This is John Quirk. First touch of it. He hasn't the hand. Oh, he just couldn't control it. But he's still fighting for it. Goes away from him. Going down to Peter Randalls. Peter won that one very well. Out towards Sylvester. Can Sylvester? It's Patrick O'Brien here. Patrick can't get it up now. Turn outside him. He's got Sylvester, but he decides to put it across. It's coming out towards Barry. Oh, it dropped out of his hand as well. Then just not getting it. The ball's not coming to them. Maybe it's not their day today. They'd already look in these cocks. He's held and a chance now at last to get a score. But really, they have had a couple of chances to get through and get scores. So, I mean, one score, just a little, the look changed a little bit of more confidence maybe, and they might come back in this game. But I must say, Courcey forwards are moving very well as well. They're moving very fast, and they're not doing what Killer did. They're taking their points when they get the chance. But Barry Fitzgerald quite accurate in these. So can he put this one over? No problem. Right through and over the centre. We have just 11 minutes gone. 1-3 to 1 point. Down there, it's Michael Callahan with the ball once more. Michael seems to have a cap in his head, but he didn't bother. The sun mustn't be bothering him that much. It's a lovely afternoon for the game. Oh, lovely fielding again, lovely catching by Dennis Toomey for Courceys. Sends on into attack. Man got the goal coming out for that. The referee says yes, he was pushing, and that was, of course, Donny Nine. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, Donny. Different parts of the county, we might pronounce things slightly different. And Aidan Barry, he could drop this into square. John Quirk now could go back another few yards maybe for this one. No, he doesn't get as much power into it as he can. It breaks underneath. Got flicked on over that time by Sean Cotter. Con Murphy out to Peter Randalls. Peter now he can get out fast. Patrick goes for a shot himself. And it's looking good from here. Lovely score. Good quick pass of the ball and a quick shot. No wasting the time by Peter Randalls. And he puts it over the bar. We have 12, just gone 12 minutes. So the last two scores now coming to Castlelyons, coming back into the game. 1-3 to 2 points. The goal now will bring the confidence back more. Mixbland gets a touch to it. It comes back. Flicked away by, this is Paul Cashman. Paul Cashman to Peter Randalls. Peter tries to get a touch, but it doesn't come off. He blocks it down very well. Breaks back into the middle, and this is Charlie White. Charlie White is under pressure. Oh, William O'Riordan couldn't get up the first time, but kept on trying to won it up. Oh, flicked on again by Sean Cotter. Sean Cotter gets it towards Barry Fitzgerald. Barry turning, it sends on in towards John Quirk. John Quirk inside with G. Joe Riley. The referee said that John Quirk was using his weight and height, and it's a free out. John didn't agree with him that time. But anyway, whatever John says, the referee is right. Right or wrong, he's right anyway. And here we have the other goalkeeper to take it. And these actually could be quite dangerous things, because like Aidan Barry that time, he's one drop short. If it was a pick up quick by Courcey Rovers, it could be back in the net. And with the wind here, particularly against Courcey Rovers, that could happen here very quickly. It comes up pushing the back that time, yes. But you see, if Paul Cashman had that one up, the goalkeeper was still actually out around the 21 and dropped it over his head. There was no other stopper going into the net. I saw it happening in soccer a couple of years ago, and really, and got back some years ago in the senior championship. Cunningham came up to take a 21-yard free. Middleton went down and got a goal that way. Mick Spillane, again with this wind, he's quite likely to put this over. He's on his own 65-yard line. Into Con Murphy, couldn't control it. Patrick O'Brien over there tussling with the number 5 Willie Sweetman. 2 Willie Sweetmans on this. Gets in towards John Quirk. Can't get it up, but pulled on, whipped on. Peter Randalls there. Peter whips it once more. It's blocked down. Back out towards Peter once more. And got him cleared away out this time by Dennis Hurley. Out. Back in by Con Murphy. Con Murphy doing quite well so far. Patrick O'Brien. Paul trying to get to it. Patrick and Sylvester over there. Breaks back towards Sylvester once more. Cleared out over by Willie Sweetman. Out and got by again that good midfielder Dennis Toomey. And he lifts the siege for Courceys. But at last Castlelyons will come back into it. This is just Sweetman. Maybe the two Sweetmans are related. They could be brothers. Anthony O'Regan busting out of the full back position. Getting away from Donny Nine. But Donny wins it this time. Can't control it. Gets it in towards the middle. Danger here. It comes as far as the number 10. There's a Brian Downing. Brian Downing's shot is half hit in. Flicked away over by John McCarthy. Out off towards the corner. Ned Carney out after now. Ned has it. Ned up his hand. Twisting. Turning in. And a good right-handed clearance. Entered. Patrick O'Brien getting underneath that one. Pulls in it but doesn't get because it's flicked away by Dennis Toomey. Playing very well. Down the far side. This is, I can't make out the number. I think it's the number 5, which is Donald Sheehan. Oh no, that Donald is back in the back line, so I can't remember that. That's the number, and that's probably Sean Cotter. But it breaks in, the chance here now for Barry Fitzgerald. It comes to Sylvester. Sylvester is going through. Can he kick it in? Oh, he's pulled. It should be a penalty. That should have been a penalty. That should have been a penalty. Let's be fairness, his arm was caught, he was held and he was pulled. Either a free out for overcarrying or a penalty one, but it couldn't have been just nothing. But anyway, the referee is the man who makes the decision. But Castlelyons coming back into this game, putting pressure, but the Courceys Rovers defence holding out very, very well indeed. But a lot of good runs in now. And again, I hope that they won't do what Killer did against him, that they won't start, we say, just going for goals instead of taking a few points. It's gone out and it's a line ball to Courceys Rovers. Entertaining match again, good fast hurling, a lot of incident around the goal mouth. A nice sized crowd over on the far side as well, you can see over there. These, of course, we have the second big game here, the semi-final replay between Carberry and the Piershik. Oh, a lovely cut again. This is a good player, Dennis Toomey. But it's got Roy McSpillane, an equally good player. Con Toomey, or Con Murphy, I should say. He's this time just took his time. He had too much time maybe. He's playing quite well, but he just had too much time. Sean Cotter, crossing to the middle. Paul Cashman, yes. Paul Cashman over it. Paul Andrew outside him, he's got to Peter Reynolds, touching now from Peter Reynolds. Oh, he just couldn't get the touch to in time. Now it goes into Barry Fitzgerald. But back well done to Courceys Rovers players. Really, the three of them came back very well there. Shot his head blocked down, goes in the middle of it. Coming out after now to number 12, Donald Crowley. He flicks it on. Out comes out, Ger McCarthy comes out. Ger out towards McSpillane, he can't get it. They seem to have switched 29 from full forward into the forward on Ger McCarthy. Comes again to Con, winning a lot of ball, but he's getting hooked for a second time. This time he gets out towards Sylvester. Sylvester racing over there with Gerard Donovan. Is it Gerard Donovan or Gerard Donovan? The PRO says she thinks they called him Gerard, but whatever it is, Gerard clears it out. Again it comes as far as Dolan Sheehan. Dolan is likely to get scored, pulled down. A free in. It's a fast game. A good attacking game. And a shout below there, well done lads, come on Castlelyons. And in fairness, for a team lacking a lot of experience at this stage, although, I mean, let's be honest, I said in these Cork, they've won 2 county championships, a Junior B in football and hurling. They did Junior B, but they were still county championships. This, of course, is a big moment for them. Barry Fitzgerald, the wind has got up and it's blowing slightly diagonally from his left to his right, so he probably want to go more or less towards the left post a little bit. Just a little bit too much. He had the distance, he had the range, but a little bit too much. And it's still 1-3 to 2 points with 17.5 minutes gone. So Castlelyons are more back in the game, but they're not getting the scores. But the other Courceys, it's nearly 8.5 minutes score since they got their last score as well. Flicked on, the referee says, I don't know why that time in fairness, I don't know what, maybe it wasn't Brian Downey, he said foul, might have been someone else holding off McSpillane, but it's a free down once more. McSpillane now on just short of his own 65, which one over. I'll drop it in towards John Quirk. Mick, really a great GM man, a great player, and a gentleman in the game as well. Breaks down into the middle. I'm not sure what to get at, but I think it could be George Donovan. Breaks in once more here. This is just in the forward, Seamus Toomey. Seamus Toomey looking up, well blocked down by McSpillane. And back there, touching it well is Seamus Toomey as well. A great touch between the two of these. 2 fine big men. Dan on his own now, out towards Barry. No, he puts it in towards John Quirk. But oh, lovely catching inside again by Dennis Toomey. He really won that one well. He tries to put it back to one of his backs. I'm not sure what it is. And he clears it out. That's their number 5, Willie Sweetman. Dolan Sheehan gets it. Whipped on by Patrick O'Brien. Over towards Paul Cashman. Sean Cotter. Sean Cotter only half hits it. In the hands of Con Murphy. Robert McGinn. Con winning the ball, but just seems to be getting caught in possession. Needs a bit of space. Flicked away again by Randalls. Over towards Sylvester. Sylvester doubles in it, but it's blocked down once more by Gerard Donovan. Gerard Donovan and Sylvester. Sylvester's no hurley. Going over there to help is Peter Randalls. Peter's on the ground. He's still back in the middle. A lot of pressure. A great game of pressure. Flicked on again once more by Paul Cashman. Can't control it. Out to Barry Fitzgerald, trying to get it up, couldn't get it. The ground is a little bit soft down there. Sean Cotter, this is looking good. This is looking good. Yes, all the way over the bar. Paul Cashman, I should say. Paul Cashman wearing 8, Sean Cotter wearing 9. So their third point over the bar. It's goal between the teams now. 19 minutes, almost 20 minutes. There's an injury to one out. It's the number 5, Willie Sweetman, down there. Willie needs treatment. I'm not sure who the gentleman from Courceys is going out to. But I do remember going back a couple of years ago when I filmed a few matches down Banspittle that our Dunamacas were in and Middleton were in, and a few of those in football, that they were very helpful to us down there. Put up a fabulous stand, cover and all on it, and really it was cold weather, but the stand they put up really kept us quite happy. Coming across the middle of the field, we're looking at the crowd over there now. Maybe you can pick out some faces amongst that crowd. A nice sized crowd, as I said, you know, all in here for this game and also for the second game. Back again we come once more for the puck out. It'll be taken by the goalkeeper, Michael Callahan. A good puck out from him again. Blocked down again once more by William O'Riordan, playing extremely well. Started the play coming, and he even got away at that time. Thought he was going to be hooked. It was John Quirk. Can John get in his hand this time? He has it. Outside him he's got Barry Fitzgerald. Barry with a chance. And he puts a low long shot. And, oh, great save inside by Michael Callahan. Barry should have taken his point. He knows himself. Or else move towards the goal. But it's easy to save when you're up here, isn't it? It's grand to play it when you're in the box. Anyway, it comes out to Con Murphy. Plenty space this time. Con don't get caught again. Con's ball is lobbing in once more, and it's gone over the bar. So a score came from that move anyway. 2 points between them. Just over 21 minutes gone. A great game. It's grand to come to a match and enjoy it. We had so many mad matches earlier in the year, both from senior grade up. I see Dick over on the far side, the left side of the field running across with the bottle. You might just see him in the corner there of your screen. Of course, great man to write songs about teams, and great man involved in all sports, loves all sports and does a lot of running himself. The puck out. Mixed play underneath it once more. They seem to have changed it to the forward as well. No, I'll follow it. It's the number 12. Don Crowley's gone into the forward. Castlelyons coming on to it. Sylvester struggling for it, but Gerald Donovan, big strong cornerback. But Sylvester won that well. Out towards John Quirk now. John bets back towards the middle. Sylvester putting on it. Over there also with him is Dennis Hurley. Dennis gets the best of it this time. He can't control it either. All the players are finding it a bit tough to control it. This now is Sean Collar. Now they're running a bit like they can. Slips. Hits it across, love to Peter Randalls. Peter can't get in the first one. Just Sweetman comes in once more. He flicks it on in towards the centre. But back. Has he gone back? That's the Seamus Toomey. Has he gone midfield or gone back centre or what? There's a chance here once more. And this is Just Sweetman. Just Sweetman under one. Nick Callaghan. Oh, lovely save! We talked about Aidan Barry in the East Cork. He is hurt after that one, but boy, I think even Courceys people applauded that. A goalkeeper of immense talent and bravery. He came down very hard on that one, probably on his shoulder. He was quite helpless when he went down on it. And I see the doctor running down, just going out of the shadow of the stand there, going into them as well. Unfortunately, I don't know his name. But I heard them outside saying that he was their doctor, so going to check to make sure he's okay. Down there. Fine. Colin Murphy is in there as well. Colin, who's involved in the coaching with Donny, the training aspect of it, very involved in the Castlelyons footballers, of course. And they felt for a while that they possibly could have had. And he's cocky. He seems to have come down and cut his eye by the looks of things in that one. The doctor inside there with him, like you can see, rubbing his face. Maybe actually he came right down into all that mud in the goals, and he might have got stuff into his eye. But what a brilliant save! And also, let's be fair, what a brilliant run and a brilliant shot by Sweetman in to take that shot. There's a substitute for Courceys. It's Diarmuid Corcoran is going on, and Courceys are a bit worried. They started so well, and they haven't got a score since the 8.5 minutes of the first half. He's going in the corner by the looks of things. It's maybe a change in the back line they're making. I'm not too sure, because the corner forward or whoever was up there seems to be heading back to the back line. I'll let you know the change as soon as I can make it out. In the meantime, Donny Ninan hits this one high and hits it over the bar. A great score. Yes, it's one of their backs. I think it's their corner back. John O'Donoghue is going off. It's 1-4 anyway. I can't make out from the announcer exactly what it's saying, but still a goal between the teams. And Castlelyons was only at that goal sometimes. Put again once more. William O'Riordan's blocked away from him. Half block. Great crack of the ash down there. This is Paul Cashman. Paul Cashman high up into the air. Barry Fitzgerald needed. And the man who came back to the corner back is their number 10. That's Brian Downey, who has come back into the back line to try and help, because they seem to be having problems in the back line, all right. Again, once more, Paul Cashman. Pass to Padraig. Padraig O'Brien, this looks a nice run in towards Sylvester has in his hand. Again, oh, great blocking, great saving once more. Another 65. Sylvester McAuliffe, that time, again, had a chance, but Gerard Donovan, very strong, very good cornerback, was able to hold him off, and the second shot again got to Michael Carley and put it out. But as I said, plenty goal mode action, plenty excitement. And I'd say the people who came to see the Sierra match are hoping that that game will prove as lively and as exciting as this one. Michael Spillane, can he point this now? Do the same as Donny Nine. It's very high, it looks very straight to me, and it's over the bar. So there's 2 points between the sides again. And we have just 26 minutes gone. 2 scores from 65s. The last 2 scores of the game. Michael Keller with the puck out. Though throws a bit sore after all the smoking at the wedding yesterday, and it wasn't my smoking. Michael Spillane, Con Murphy. Once more, it's Dennis Hurley. He's shot half blocked down by Con. Comes to William O'Riordan. The 2 number 7s are having a great game in this match. Got away over there once more by Seamus. Mixed Michael Spillane with him. It goes off. The umpire says that it's gone off for Michael Spillane. Michael Spillane said it's gone off for Seamus Toomey. But again, it's what the linesman says that counts. Going over the take is Dennis Toomey. Dennis Toomey and Charlie White started off really going great guns, but Paul Cashman and Sean Cotter have come back into the game, really, and that's been the difference. They got to swing in midfield. Michael Spillane is watching the man running out. Yes, he's going to give it to him. No, he's not. Going to put in a lovely sideline cut into space. Well cut by Donny Nine, but also equally well back down by John McCarthy. Oh, Nick Canning just got in touch with it at the right moment, and it's cleared out to the side of the field. Whipped back in once more by Charlie White. Charlie White over towards the substitute, Diarmaid Cochran. Diarmaid Cochran over there with Donald Sheehan tussling with his big strong man Diarmaid Cochran. Diarmaid has it up in his hand, now he's turning. Hooked once more by Donald Sheehan. A little pass back, but it might go a little bit far for the number 12, Donald Crowley. He has it up, he takes a shot. It's blocked down by Hatchie. Oh, another equally good save. Oh, another equally good save by Aidan Barry. Aidan Barry, a great save again that time. So chances falling on both sides, but it's making it exciting, isn't it, for the spectators? And myself, finding it hard to even talk. As I said, the old throw isn't so good today, but once more with a chance to get another point back and make it a goal between the teams. We have just over 28 minutes gone. And let's hope the second half will have the same drama. There's changes in the Castlelyons team. Padraig O'Brien's coming to this swing, and Peter Rand's going to the other wing. As we watch the shot, it's dropping out towards the left, this time in wide. So the 2 wing forwards for Castlelyons. Padraig, the captain, hasn't really got into this game, but also the wing backs for Courceys have followed our 2 men. So it's just that maybe they feel like give Padraig room down the wing to run here with the ball. So these devastating runs against Killa, really, that helped to make the difference at times in that game. Now it's coming towards him, a chance from here. Can't get to the first time, but doubles on and sends it on in. This is the number 10, Brian Downing. Gone back into the corner back, sending it up. Ned Carney with Just Wheatman. Just Wheatman getting a hand onto it. Has something to hand over. Ned Carney with him. Ned after him again. Ned hooks him very nicely indeed. Joe, a very long swing that time. And he's trying to tussle him. But one hand it gets it away. Stopped by John McCarthy. Pulled out by Donald Sheehan. Back out again it comes. Mixed Milan pulling on it, whipping on it. Getting it away as far as Sean Paul Cashman. I'm getting mixed up between the 2 all time. Paul has the red helmet. Sean has the blue. A great run. This is the kind of run to have if you could only just keep control of it. Oh, there was no man there behind him. Oh, pulled across. Referee Eddie Murphy saying that Con Murphy, the Murphy can there having a word with each other. Pulled across him, and he's given a free to Courceys. But this really has been a great sporting game. There's been nothing in it, and it's great. I'm talking great about the game, but it is. It's great to see a sporting game of hurling, well contested, hard hard, tough, no dirty strokes. Men just out there to enjoy the game, play it as good as they can. There's a lovely shot in there, but it's going to go to left and wide. Look dangerous for the moment. 1-4 to 5 points. The leaders, Courcey Rovers, the Southwest champions, against the East Cork champions, Castlelyons. As I said, the wind has died down completely now. The old flag down in the Black Rock end isn't flying at all. And so the wind is not going to make any great difference this game. It's the breaks, it's the look, it's the chance. Con Murphy, this time getting away. He has in his hand now. What can he do with it? He got a lovely point where to go. Flicks it in towards Sylvester once more. Sylvester under a bit of pressure from Judd Donovan. Sylvester and Judd Donovan. Judd Donovan gets it and wins it out. Out towards Patrick O'Brien. Man come up behind. Oh, lovely reading of the game by Seamus Twomey. But he well missed it. It comes back to Mike Spillane. But he really came onto that one very well. Mike Spillane, lovely little touch out towards Don Sheen. Don dubs on the first time. Comes out now towards Sean Cotter. Sean can't get control of it. And again, his hold is gone. Bravely he chases it, but it comes back to Michael Spillane. Michael on his own. Plenty of room, plenty of time. High up into the air. Barry Fitzgerald underneath it. Patrick O'Brien can't get to it. And the referee blows half time. It's 31 minutes gone in the first half. A very enjoyable first half. I enjoyed it anyway, and I hope God, if you have been watching, enjoyed it. The score at half time, it's 4 to Courcey Rovers, 5 points to Castlelyons. Plenty of chances to both teams. Indeed, plenty of chances to get goals, plenty of chances to get points. And we'll be back with you. We'll be back with you anyway for the second half. Welcome back for the second half. There's the scoreboard. 1-4 to Courcey Rovers, 1-5 to Castlelyons. You can see from the flag that time, the wind really isn't maybe playing a major part in this game this afternoon. It's good fast hurling. I can't see if there's any substitute changes in the game. Donny Nynan has, from the full forward, has actually gone centre forward, and Josh Sweetman has moved in full forward for Courcey Rovers. Other changes, I can't see any other changes from Castlelyons team anyway. So Eddie Murphy from Bishopstown getting ready to start the second half of this. 2 points between the teams, and some brilliant saves by Aidan Barry in the first half, and also some good stuff by Michael Callahan as well. Not maybe as spectacular as Aidan Barry's, but good stuff. Got away out, comes as far again as Paul Cashman. Paul Cashman floats in towards John Quirk. He didn't get much chance this afternoon. Oh, that time it nearly came to Sylvester. But back there, this is their number 10, Brian Doughton, who moved back into the corner for Courcey Rovers in this in the first half. Comes to Ned Kearney. Ned Kearney almost took out of his hand by Diarmuid Cochran. Diarmuid wins it, sends it high in towards the danger area. Gerard McCarthy inside there. Gerard McCarthy has held, the referee said that time, and I'm not sure if that's a substitute or not. That's the number 15 still, Christy Cochran. So maybe there's 2 Cochrans in the corners now. There's Diarmuid and Christy, so I wonder how they're related. Free anyway once more. The wind gusting more than anything else. But Aidan Valley, that's a good one, high up into the wind. Patrick O'Brien coming to it, beaten that time by Dennis Hurley, who's playing very good all throughout this game for Courcey Rovers. And they're on the run once more. This is a solo run this time, I think, by one of the midfielders. It is indeed. That's Charlie White. The referee says, hold it, lads. And Charlie White, there's a throw in. Donny Nynan has gone in there, and also, this is Michael Spillane. Donny Nynan gets the best of it. Goes in towards Josh Sweetman, but Anthony Regan, very clever, very experienced, wins it. Gets it a second time. William O'Riordan couldn't get it up, but William, he got it up that time though. Little pass, he tried to hand patch it into the middle, it didn't come off, and it comes to Donny Nynan. Great bravery there by William O'Riordan. Back in once more. This is number 11, that's Seamus Twomey, without the helmet, and he puts it wide. But as I was saying, in the start of the first half, the 2 midfielders for Courcey Rovers, Dennis Twomey and Charlie White, really took the game over, and that's put all the pressure on Castlelyons. And Paul Cashman, Sean Cotter took over the second half of that. So, well, what's going to happen in this? Aidan Barry with the cap on against the wind. Con Murphy gets away to it. It comes towards Paul Cashman. He doesn't get to it. Out there and picking up once more, it's Dennis Twomey. Twomey's shot is half blocked down. Oh, very tough pulling. Flicked away out by the centre back, Donald Quinn. Back it comes towards Peter Randalls. Peter Randalls is robbed this time. I think this is Charlie White again once more. It is indeed. But Charlie, and coming in from behind was Dennis Twomey on Paul Cashman, and it's a free in once more to Castlelyons. Castlelyons shouting. I see Colin Murphy down here on the side. We can move the camera in case we missed it, Paul. But he's shouting out there to Barry Fitzgerald, I think. Can Barry put this one over? Good free taker, but it's a long way out. probably about 55 metres out, I would say, if not more, 55 to 60 metres out. And the wind just coming up at this stage. He's going to get the distance, he's not going to get the side, but it goes out again once more and goes wide. So wide from each team so far in the start of the second half. We're almost 3 minutes into it already. See Colin Murphy coming up on the left there now, running around. Well, we'll watch the puck out, we'll see him in a minute. Out towards Mixpillane. Broken away over to this side. This is Dennis Toomey once more for Courceys. Doubles on it, couldn't get it. He gets it a little flick away that time, but it comes as far as Sean Cotter. Sean Cotter, inside him he got Tony, but he just flicks it away into space. Breaking into the middle. Dennis Hawley leaves a drop, but he still read it better and got back to it quicker. And he clears it away out to the outside. Jim McCarthy bats it out very nicely. Really read the dropping ball very well. And it comes out now as far as Donald Crowley for Courceys. Courceys attack, but again it's Jim McCarthy. Goes off Reese Hurley out of the line. Well, I thought it would be line ball to Courceys. Maybe he touched one of the Courceys players going. To me it looked like it came off a jar. But you do need a bit of luck. Earlier on I thought it should be the other way around. So maybe the balance. Oh, a lovely sideline cut indeed. In towards Patrick O'Brien, can't get to it, and it's the sideline once more to Castlelyons. Gary Fitzgerald with this. Has Patrick O'Brien moved into the corner? He's just not really, having played such marvel against Nicock, he's just not really able to get into this game this afternoon. The ball didn't run for him in the first few minutes. Oh, John Quirk had in his hand for just that second. Out towards Peter Randalls. Peter has it. He's trying to get out to Patrick O'Brien. Patrick doubles on it. Crack the middle. John Quirk. Oh, it didn't come to him. Comes towards Con Murphy. Con Murphy tricks it back in. Lovely and cute. Trying to get space into Patrick O'Brien now. Patrick. Shot. Bang. Stopped down by the number 5 Whitman. And out once more to Dennis Hurley. Dennis Hurley, left-handed, way out towards the wing on the far side. Underneath it, and it goes out of the line. Yes, the linesman said this time it went off William O'Riordan. And it's gone out. As far as the mentors for Castlelyons are Doug Collin, Patsy McCarthy, and Massey Cow. In it goes once more. Towards the referee says that John Quirk was holding and it's a free. There's a substitute on the line here waiting to try and go on for Courcey Rovers. He's the number 17, Jamie Hayes. So Jamie Hayes going on for Courcey Rovers with just 5 minutes of the second half gone. So they were giving some player there 5 minutes to see if he could do it, and now they're changing and putting on a substitute. It seems to be in the forward line this time they're making a change. There's a free out just outside the 20, about 30 metres out from the Courcey goals. And the referee, yes, it's Christy Cochran who seems to be replaced for Courcey Rovers. Lovely little touch by Michael Spillane, under pressure, gets it. And this is Sean Cotter, Paul Cashman and Sean Cotter. I'm mixing them up all day. He's under pressure from Charlie White. Charlie White hold over the line, yes. A nice line ball that time. Peter Reynolds read that one very well. Ground very slippery underneath the stand here. Usually it is. Underneath this is Sean Cotter in the shadow of the stand. Ground very wet. Gets a nice one way up towards the wing, in towards Sylvester McAuliffe. Sylvester can't control it the first touch. Has it now. He slips. The ball is still in play. He's under pressure. Yes. Linesman said that he went out over with it eventually, and that's what he did. But you can see how slippery the ground was down there underneath Sylvester, and couldn't keep his feet, couldn't keep control. He was well guarded by, am I saying Gerard Donovan all afternoon there? It should be John O'Donoghue. Sorry, John O'Donoghue, I've been calling the wrong name out all afternoon. John O'Donoghue actually is the number 2, and he's been the man who's been doing a tremendous work back there for Courceys. Very strong, very good player. Michael Spillane tries to get across, failed to do so. Come back one more to the middle. This is Donald Sheehan. Donald quite capable of getting a score himself. Very accurate, very good. And this one is going high in towards the bar. John Quirk get a touch to it. Oh, it just misses Sylvester McAuliffe once. And yes, John O'Donoghue. This time I have your right name, John, and you're doing great clearance. Mick Spillane bets it down. It comes out to Charlie White. Back into Donald Sheehan once more. Donald decides to go on another run, and he's fouled, and it's a free in. But it's John O'Donoghue back there on Sylvester. I suppose John O'Donoghue won't mind me saying that he was playing well, because I'm sure John might have been the man replaced earlier in the corner. So it's John O'Donoghue, number 2. DJ Riley, the number 3. DJ O'Reilly. Doing very well inside against John Quirk. John just not getting any ball at all the way he likes it. This one is coming towards him though. No. Out to left and wide. He kept it low that time, but again to the opposite side and it goes wide. And these could be costly wides. I didn't keep checking the wides actually, but I would say Castlelyons have more wides in this game so far than the Courcey Rovers. So the Southwest men still on top. 1-4, no score in the second half yet. Comes once more to Sean Cotter. Sean in towards the middle for himself. Just gathering in out the middle at the moment now. They're not opening out at all. Peter Reynolds, but he's got away. Peter once more, flicking on it. Comes into space. Into the hands of Con Murphy. Con, can he get a pass back? He does. Out towards Sean Cotter once more. And this is a good one from Sean Cotter. It's going, yes, out to left and wide. Just little left. It was very close. That could have been a valuable score. We have 8.5 minutes almost gone in the second half and still no score. The game hasn't got the tempo of the first half. It really hasn't. The first half was very fast, very exciting, lot of incident. This game just hasn't picked itself up so much yet. Willie Sweetman with it. Gets it now as far as Dennis Toomey. Now this man's on run, followed by Peter Randalls. Still on the run. The referee says that Peter Randalls touched him in the elbow and he's awarding a free in. The chance here now for the opening score for Courcey Rovers. And so far they've been quite accurate in their free taking. It's Tony Ninen is coming out to take it to number 14. He's moved to centre forward for Courcey Rovers. And he also got a goal. So will this be his third score of the game? No wind, perfect conditions at the moment. So can Tony Ninen get his third score of the game? He hits it high and hits it straight and through and it's over the bar. So the opening score of the second half of the Courcey Rovers, and that puts them back to 1 goal in the lead once more. It's 1-5 to 5 points. And I just make it 9.5 minutes gone in the second half. Back again it comes. On the ground, referee Eddie Murphy said he'll decide to throw it in this time. And there's of course the Rovers players lying down there. It seems as if he's injured. He's a touch of agony look in his face anyway. I see Colin Murphy moving out here to right, going out to Michael Spillane with the bottle of water. Michael under probably pressure down there at the moment. There's quite warm down in the field. Not so warm up here where we understand. We're in the shadow. Again we come once more. A bit of a rub down. It seems if he might have got a poke of a holiday into the side. He's getting a little rub. To the man is rubbing him, not the lady from the John's ambulance. Michael Spillane gets it out towards Barry Fitzgerald. Barry has moved out to the half forward line and gone into the corners. Padraig O'Brien. He puts it out towards Padraig. Oh, chance here for Padraig. If he gets a little touch on into John Quirk, he can, because the fullback DJ O'Reilly is over there and DJ has it. DJ's shot is half blocked down by Padraig O'Brien once more. Touches Padraig O'Brien, goes out of the line to line ball to Courcey Rovers. 1-5 to 5 points. Coming up to 11 minutes gone in the second half. Sideline to be taken by Dennis Hurley. Good one. In towards Michael Spillane again. Michael going up the way he goes up in the football. Chance here now. Can he get a score from this one? He drops it in towards space. Goes out of the hands and is picked up there by Brian Downing, the number 10. Back at John O'Donoghue. He's half hooked by Sylvester. Coming out to Peter Randalls. John O'Donoghue again once more has it. The referee says he was fouled that time by Peter Randalls, and it's a free out once more to Courcey Rovers. Be taken by John O'Donoghue himself. Very little scoring in the second half. I said it's not as exciting, it's intense as the first half was. Down there I saw Sean Cotter giving out that he was held, but instead of getting on and playing with the game. So maybe that's a sign that I'm feeling a bit tired. Back towards Ned Kearney. Michael Spillane reading it very well behind him. Getting away for Dermot Cochran. Out once more to Paul Cashman. Paul Cashman being held by Charlie White as a free in. And Castlelyons, as they did in the first half, we just have 12 minutes gone, starting to come a little bit more into the game now. And both teams seem to be doing actually a little bit better against the wind. The wind comes in gusts every now and then, but it's not really having any great shakes in this match at all whatsoever. It's Michael Spillane in. Okay, John Quirk get the big lock to this one. He has it. Drops it. Pulled down by Weston McCall. But cleared out by one of the backs. Comes out to Barry Fitzgerald. Barry Fitzgerald, very accurate. Send this one in. A great save inside by Mike Callahan. Whipping on again. No one claiming it. It's picked up inside by Brian Downing, I think it is. And once more, it's a free out. It's not Brian Downing. It is indeed, the number 10. Brian Downing, who has that ball. And free out by Mike Callahan. So both goalkeepers getting chances to show that they're under keeping this game. Mike Callahan's one coming out towards Mike Spillane again. Mike Spillane ruling the roost here at centre back for Castlelyons. Got away by Sean Cotter out of the line ball to Courcey Rovers. With this stage you'd feel that whoever will get the goal will be the ones that's going to take this game. There's so little between them. Missed chances from both sides. Dennis Toomey's long one in towards Donny Nynan, who seems to have gone back in once more in full forward. Ned Carney just gets in touching it, but back there again, reading the game very well is Michael Spillane. Michael Spillane clears it high up, just right underneath the box. It goes very close to the line, has got out of the line, this time ball once more to Courcey Rovers. It looks now like as if Josh Sweetman has come out to centre forward. They're trying so many men on Michael Spillane, but Michael not beatable today, reading the game very, very well. He's experienced, all his experience telling in this match. But they still need a goal, they're a goal down. Dennis Toomey. Blocked down once more by Paul Cashman. And towards and out of the line it goes, and it's a line ball once more, this time. Got into the corner, it's Seamus Toomey for Courcey Rovers. Ned Carney. Ned hasn't had as much to do this afternoon as he did in the East Cork final, but he's coping quite well. Courcey Rovers really changing around. Paul Cashman gets a touch with it when he breaks to Charlie White. Charlie White slips. He's under pressure from Donald Sheehan, but this is a nice dangerous looking ball in around the square. Ned Carney this time goes up for it, breaks it down. It's picked up by Donny Nynan. His shot is also half blocked down, but a danger here. Oh, in Barry Joe! Wow, nearly left that one in. Comes back out to Donny Nynan once more. Donny under pressure, hits it out past it, and it's got in his straight over the bar by Donald Crowley. That's an important. There's a substitute coming on for Castlelyons. It's number 17, Gerard O'Regan. Gerard O'Regan coming on for Castlelyons. We have just 15 minutes, so we're into the last quarter of the game. And now, that very valuable point, it's Peter Andrews is coming off. So Gerard O'Regan on for Peter Andrews. Great run out of defence once more by Dennis Hurley, playing marvellous hurling this afternoon. Very good defence. Ned Carney tussling there with Seamus Toomey. Ned and Seamus picks it up eventually. Now coming to him, the referee says that John McCarthy pulled down across him and it's a free in. And now it's a chance. Courceys here could start pulling away. We're coming up to 16 minutes of the second half. 1-6. So Peter Randalls, who got injured in the East Cork final, was replaced in that game. And here again, he's replaced by Gerard O'Regan. Donny Nynan quite good at these free taking. Got a lovely score from a 65 in the first half. This one is going out towards, no, it's gone straight into the hands of Job Barry, into the Sunderland. The referee says he was tapped on the hand and it's a free out. Maybe a bit harsh, but so it's still nothing in it. There's still almost 14 minutes to go in this game. Well, four players flicked on a little bit by Sean Cotter. Connie Murphy sent in once more, in towards John Quirk. Ball running across, coming out after Brian Downing. Brian Downing with it, clearing it out well. Doing very well since he went back from half forward line to the corner back for Courcey Rovers. It's Sean Cotter to take this time ball once more. Now, can Castlelyons get up and get their first score of the second half? They have no score so far in the second half. Flicked on. Donald Sheehan has gone into the forward line. John McCarthy's come out to half back line. And I suppose it's Gerard Regan who's gone into the corner. Got away once more and killed over by Dennis Hurley. Not very, very far. Barry Fitzgerald after as well. Barry goes in. The referee says Barry Fitzgerald pulled. And at the moment, Castlelyons seem to be just a little bit tired. They're doing silly things, giving away some silly frees. And that often is a sign that they're a bit tired. Maybe the celebrations took more out of them than they thought. And again, as I said, there was a few of them as far as in Norway and Lanzarote, only came back Friday night, was it? And I'm sure they're also retired from that. But watch this ball dropping into the square. Batted away again by Anthony O'Regan. John McCarthy get it. Back down again, it comes once more to Joss Wheatman. With him is John McCarthy, also William O'Riordan. William O'Riordan played a lot of ball in the first half, hasn't had to do so much. But Jerry O'Regan gets it out as far as Paul Cashman. Paul Cashman under pressure, very close sideline. Yes, the referee says, the linesman on the far side said that I can't see what it's from here. I think it's on number 17, that's Jamie Hayes. Touched it. And the referee has changed. I don't know how the referee could have seen from his angle who touched it eventually, because the two men were in front of the ball. But anyway, it's Dennis Toomey with the sideline. Not a very good one. Come to William O'Riordan once more. William with a chance now to clear this time. He's under pressure. 3 players with him. He's still going out with it. Breaking out towards Dennis Toomey. Dennis dives into it that time and got away by Barry Fitzgerald. Barry into space. But first to come across it once more is Brian Downing. Brian Downing with this one. Flicked off totally by Donny Sheehan. Donny Sheehan trying to get through. Pulled across that time. And a chance now for Castlelyons to get their opening score and to bring it back once more to a goal. In this game we could have a draw. A lot of draws this year in the game, so maybe this is going to be another one. Eddie Murphy has been asked how much time is to go by Connie Murphy. As I said, the Murphy clans talking to each other there again. But Barry Fitzgerald got a few good scores, but he's also missed a few of them. This one is vital. This one is over. So the opening score of the second half for Castlelyons, scored by Barry Fitzgerald, who was in goals back, was it 91 when they won the Junior B hurling. Now, corner forward. They have switched in the full forward line as well. They have now put John Quirk to corner forward and Patrick O'Brien in full forward. Ball back again once more. Picked up by Charlie White. Charlie White, and then it's a free in. Donny Nynan coming out right on the halfway line, you could say, to take this one. The breeze has stiffened up a little bit, so it is quite scoreable from there. Can Donny Nynan bring back that point straight away? And that would be a blow indeed to Castlelyons. Just over 20 minutes gone. This is dropping out towards the left. It's going to drop short. Got out of the hands. Dennis Toomey. The ball is very dangerous on the square. Going over far, running out after it. It's Jamie Hayes. Jamie Hayes out there is William O'Riordan as well. The ball on the ground, no one getting control of it, but eventually William O'Riordan does. William has it. Trying to get away from Dermot Cochran, the other substitute. Very close line, has gone out. And this time the linesman is taking no chances. He's saying it's gone into Courcey Rovers' way anyway. And it's to be taken again by the midfielder Dennis Toomey. And one field of Courcey Rovers gets a score here that Castlelyons will find it very, very hard indeed to come back. There's a hard shot and that could go anywhere, but it goes wide. Very low and very hard, that line cut one. It's one of those that have bounced off anywhere and gone wide. Aidan Barry doesn't want to waste any time with this. The score there you saw is still 1-6 to 6 points. One goal, just a flick of a ball, puck of a ball. There's a flick on by Donald Sheehan, in towards Patrick O'Brien. Just the captain just can't get into it. Little touch away that time by Sylvester, who's gone over to the opposite corner. Sylvester now with Brian Downing again, but Brian Downing doing very well. Patted away by Paul Cashman. In towards Donald Sheehan. Donald Sheehan in towards Sylvester. He can't get control of it. And again, once more, it's John O'Donoghue now. John O'Donoghue, but he drops it. He's under pressure. John Quirk trying to get there. But John O'Donoghue once more, very tenacious indeed, gets that one and sends it out to the side of the field. Very close to the line, out of the line. It's a line ball to Castlelyons. Well, can they get up and get that goal? Get the equaliser. 22 minutes gone. 8 minutes to do it. Plenty of time. Plenty of time to put 3 points over as well, of course. Goes into space towards Donald Sheehan. Gets a touch of it, but it just comes back the wrong way off his Hurley. A little pass out here as far as Dennis Toomey. And Dennis Toomey sends this one into space. Charlie White, who seems to, I think this is Charlie White, it's not, it's their number 12, Donald Crowley, sends it as far as his number 11, Seamus Toomey. Seamus Toomey with Ned Carney. Ned Carney holding him out, he's no holiday. Ned blocks it down off the foot, he doesn't know where it's gone. Comes back out once more to Donald Crowley. Donald Crowley now trying to get this, it drops low in. Anthony O'Regan, very clever, very cute. Plenty of experience as Anthony. And he puts it, he's a run wide. And Aidan Barry once more with the puck out. Referee Eddie Murphy says, come on, have puck out. But I don't think he thinks Aidan would want to be slow with it. Aidan puts it way out to space towards Barry Fitzgerald. If Barry could get around Dennis Hawley and go on a run, but Dennis playing very well afternoon, so that wasn't easy. Anyway, into space it goes. But caught inside by the centre back, Donald Quinn. His shot is blocked down by Connie Murphy. Con Murphy now with Brian Downing, trying to walk it in, but it goes out over the line. Just couldn't get control of it. And as I said, in this game, the players seem to have a lot of problem picking the ball off the ground. The pitch looks in good condition, but it's very soft, particularly over this side here by the stand. So a line ball once more, and Courcey Rovers are in no great hurry indeed now to take this one. Over there on the far side to take it, it's Dennis Hurley, their number 7. Dennis didn't take a very good one the last time, but this time it's a lot better. Barry Fitzgerald gets a touch, it breaks it down. A little bit of bumping and pushing there by Dennis Toomey, and it's not picked up by Dermot Cochran, but it's Dennis Hawley who gets it, and it goes out over the line, and it's a line ball, this time to Castlelyons. The game has gone into one of its moments of recession, we'll call it, where it's just nice and relaxed, cruising along, no great excitement, and then we have a burst of excitement again. But the first half was really a very good half, very exciting, great action around the goal mouth. Haven't had as much in the second half. A lower one, not a very good one. But it comes back, chance for himself again. He takes off at Charlie White. It's picked up by Paul Cashman. Paul Cashman gets in as far as Barry Fitzgerald. Barry Fitzgerald sends a nice ball in, over towards John Quirk, but John can't get to it as big as he is, and it goes out and it goes wide. And as I said, John Quirk really not getting any ball into him today. Patrick O'Brien also not really getting. So the full forward line, who look quite dangerous, Barry Fitzgerald, Sylvester McAuliffe and John Quirk not looking as threatening today at all. Ball breaks out here, Ned Carney, that time a little flick on by Just Sweetman, but back there is Ger McCarthy. Ger McCarthy, Ger up into the air, Ned Carney up there with the middle. Seamus Toomey now had it, almost picked it off the ground, but he gets it out and it goes out and it's a line ball to Courcey Rovers. Eddie Murphy is coming in once more. This time he agrees with the linesman. I thought he was going to change his mind again. It's Dennis Toomey. Now this is the one that he could put over with the way the wind is blowing. Floated across and the wind could carry over. Would be a very important one if you get it. It's going in towards the centre. Batted out over there by Gerald Regan. It's Ned Carney kicking it out in front of him again. Ned out towards William O'Riordan. Can William get it up quickly? He can. He's under a little pressure from Jamie Hayes. But he gets it, wins it and sends it into attack once more for Castlelyons. Up to Barry Fitzgerald. Barry under pressure from Dennis Hawley. Barry trying to get away with it. Can't try to pick it up. Inside him he's got Patrick O'Brien, who now has moved out once more to half hour line. Barry Fitzgerald is on the run. Inside is Con Murphy. Inside is John Quirk. He's on the run. Over the side he's got Donald Sheen. He gets in towards Connie Murphy. Connie Murphy turning. A chance here. A shot. Oh, a little touch from Sylvester. But a great save by Michael Callan inside once more. Sylvester McAuliffe has had 3 opportunities. One he put into the net, but the referee blew the whistle and said he was inside the square. And that was another chance for him. Just a flick at the right moment. Put him at all. Well, as I said, Castlelyons might have had a little bit of luck in these Cork final that made the difference. I don't have it this afternoon. But remember also, there was 2 brilliant saves by Aidan Barry, which made a difference. There's a change as well here. Dennis Toomey has gone to left half hour for Courceys. Michael Spillane is trying to get a point from this one. It's looking good from my angle anyway. Yes, indeed it is. Their second score of the second half. We have 26 minutes gone. 4 minutes to go. Now, the difference here is if they can get a goal now, they'll win it. But they still have time enough to put over 2 quick points. If they felt confident enough to take the shots from out the field. How can Courceys come back down? Courceys, it's 1-6 to 7 points. Flicked on by Dennis Toomey into space. Running out after it is Anthony O'Regan. Anthony O'Regan doubling on it to send it out the side to Ger McCarthy, but he didn't have the accuracy. His intentions were good, the idea was right, but it went out over the line, and now they're back under pressure again. Full back line coping quite well. There's been a lot of changes in the Courcey Rovers full forward line. But I must also say the full back line for Courcey Rovers are. There's a nice ball back here this time as far as Donald Crowley. This looks a good shot indeed. It's dropping dangerous in around the square in. Barry's in there, he has it up again. This is a very good keeper. Out to the side of the field, but there is no Castlelyons player out here and it goes out over the line again. As I said, Castlelyons looking just a wee bit tired. Courceys tried to walk the score, but Donald Crowley just didn't have the strength, and it was cleared out. But they still have a chance. Less than 3 minutes to go in this match. Courceys badly need to get the point, so the goal difference at least will be out. William O'Riordan couldn't get up the first time, gets to the second, third time, and passes it out towards Paul Cashman. Paul Cashman being held off it, but he still gets away. Donald Sheen doubles on, sends it out towards Barry Fitzgerald and Dennis Hurley. But this half back, this time he slips though. Can Barry Fitzgerald get control of it in time? He can. He floats it in, but there is not a player inside there by Michael Callahan, the goalkeeper. He's coming out now and passes it out as far as Brian Downing, and Brian Downing clears it. A good clearance indeed for Courcey Rovers. Batted away by William O'Riordan once more. Barry Fitzgerald now trying to get it away. Little touch. Can he get over here as far as Paul Cashman? He does. Paul Cashman back to his midfield partner Sean Carter. He dropped it. Back once more. Turning into his left. Just drop it into the square, they're saying. That's what he does. In towards John Quirk. In towards Connie Murphy. It breaks down to Sylvester. Sylvester in. But he just pulls on it and needs his shot in as far as Mike Callahan. And that won't beat him anyway. Out to Sean Carter once more. Sean is on his shoulder run now. Breaks it in once more. In towards Con Murphy. Con Murphy did it already. He has his hand. He's trying to make space for himself. He takes a shot. And it's in. It's in the back of the net. Oh, will this be robbery? Will this be robbery? And he's cockman, but I would have to say Courceys wouldn't deserve to lose this match. It's 1-7. At least no. The referee at 29 minutes gone. Dennis Tomey comes for it. Patrick O'Brien, the captain of Castlelyons, is out there. It's now with Donald Crowley. Donald Crowley's on the run. Magus Spillane is with him. He's over carrying the ball. Oh, well, no. This is it. Donny Nynan has a chance to tie. 29 and 7 seconds gone. There's a little bit of injury time to go on. 1-7, 1-6. Would a draw be a fair result? One has to say it probably yes. First half was tremendous excitement. Second half has its moments. Now, Donny Nynan has got some good scores, but he's also put a few wide. Will his percentage go up in this? If he puts this over, listen to the Courcey Rovers, Banladee, Banspittle parish area cheer. Here beforehand, it's looking straight and through from here, and it's over the bar. This is going to be a dramatic finish. I make it 30 seconds to go in this game. Will Eddie Murphy blow it up? 15 seconds to go on it. Take your time, Aidan Barry, with the puck out. 7 seconds to go in this game. Comes out towards Ned Kearney, who's out to come out here with Jeff Sweeten. He flicks it on. It comes out to Patrick O'Brien, the captain. He can't get it up. Still can't get it up. It's on the ground. He has it up now. He's in his hand. He's on his shoulder run. At least while they're attacking, they can't lose. It goes in as far as Donald Sheehan. Donald's got a very important point to John Quirk. The very tough man is on the run. He drops it. It's going into Sylvester once more. Con Murphy to score the goal. But back there is John O'Donoghue. And John O'Donoghue clears it out for Courcey Rovers. And it's out over the line. A half minute. It's very intended on time. Eddie Murphy will surely blow it. No team deserves to lose at this stage. Yes, he's calling for it. Is he? Yes, he's calling for it. It's over. And the Southwest and the East Cork divisions must meet again. And in fairness, I would have to say that Courcey Rovers, they didn't deserve to lose the game. They were ahead throughout the whole game. They had the opening quarter an hour to themselves. Then Castlelyons had the next quarter an hour to themselves. And the second half really was nip and tuck. Nothing particular in it. And I don't think Castlelyons should feel that they were caught in the end, because Courceys would have been a lot more disappointed if they didn't get that point from a free. Anyway, they both can come back again. Castlelyons, well, the last time they won in this Cork was 30 odd years ago, 38 years ago, and they can feel they did quite well, and this is their first time here in the first round of the junior for 38 years. Courcey Rovers maybe might feel that they had it sewn up until the last few minutes. I see Connie Murphy done on it and clapped for the goal he got. It really was important. But I would say Michael Spillane's display at centre-back was really outstanding for Castlelyons. And the display of Dennis Hurley in the half-back for Courcey Rovers and John on the cornerback was outstanding as well. Anyway, we say from us, we thank you for watching this. We'll be back with you again, maybe for the replay. Anyway, drawn match, 1-7, 1-7.